everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do a layout process video featuring papers from the Daisy collection. Okay, so this is the collection from Daisy, and it's available until the end of March, and these are the coordinating stickers. Okay, so I'm going to scrapbook these photos. These are pictures of our puppy pick day. We're getting a new puppy and we got to choose our new puppy from the litter a couple days ago. And I'm going to use pattern number 8 from Make It From Your Heart volume 3 to do my layout. So I have cut these overlays on my Cricut from the Love Each Day collection. This is the Furry Friends layout that I've just eliminated everything except for the overlay, and then I cut that out. And I'm going to use these lighter colors from the Daisy papers for that larger piece in the background. I think it'll pop on that flamingo overlay. Okay, so let's get started. Start cutting all of our papers. So I'm going to start with this white daisy based piece. Now the pattern, I want the larger portions of the pattern to go vertically. And so I'm just kind of figuring out before I start making my cuts how I want to cut this paper. All right, so I'm going to cut that at 9 inches, and the other measurement is by 12, so that's going to sit on the right side. And then I'm looking at the paper again to figure out what my dimensions are going to be. I'll need a piece that's 6 by 9, so I'm going to cut it at 9, and then I'll cut that in half. And again, so my pattern goes vertically. Always make sure you look at everything before you make that cut. So it's going to lay right on your layout. And then I'll come in with this evergreen piece, and I'm going to cut 2 at 3.5 by 12. And that's going to be that strip that goes through the center of the layout. Just making sure if there's a difference in the pattern, and it's the same either way I turn the paper. So that makes it easier. So I'll go ahead and cut a 3.5 inch strip for each side. And then this floral piece, I'm going to cut a 1 inch strip by 9.5. And that's going to lay on the right side. So go ahead and get that trimmed up. And I'm looking at the pattern just to see what I'm going to be eliminating and what's going to be seen before I make my cut. Okay, so we'll get the trimmer out of the way, and then I'm going to start laying things out according to the measurements on the pattern. Okay, so this overlay, it's cut on the light side of flamingo, and I'm putting it on top of the dark side of ballerina. And I'm just going to lay everything out to make sure everything fits and I like the way it looks before I start adhering everything down. Okay. All right, so now I'll get my photos. So I have a 5 by 7. She's so cute. She's 6 weeks in this photo, and we get to pick her up when she's 8 weeks old. Can't wait. Looking forward to having another puppy in the house. So Pixel will have a little sister, little big sister, because she's supposed to get bigger than Pixel. Okay, so now I'm going to cut a background piece for my journaling box. And that's that 3 by 4 piece. So I have everything laid out here, and then I cut a journaling box a little bit smaller in White Daisy. And then I felt like my photos were sort of washing out with that lighter background. So I'm going to matte everything in black cardstock. Okay, so I cut mats for each of my photos. And then I'll cut another black mat for that journaling box. Okay. So I have cut this border piece. If you look at the example photos in the book, there's a border that is a scalloped border. So I found this one. It's part of the Artistry collection. And I've just cut several of them so that I can create a border. They're little dog bones. And I cut them out in evergreen. And I'm just going to place them along the edges of the layout there. And then I've cut my title 3 times and I've glued all the letters together and stacked them. This font is called Hopeless Romantic on Cricut in Design Space. And my title reads Meeting Roisin. Okay, so I'm going to use clear sparkles for the dots on the eyes, and then I used a white gel pen for the Gaelic markings over the O and I. Okay. All right, so I've already added foam tape to the back of these photo mats. The left side, I've already glued everything down, and I'll just show you how I'm placing all the photos on the right side. So the pattern says to move to place the upper left photo a 1/2 inch in and down from that white piece. And then I'm going to go over to the right one and place it a 1/2 inch over and a 1/2 inch down. And I'll place the lower right corner. And then I'm going to line up that bottom photo. And I'll have to bring in my T-square ruler just to make sure that it's straight and even with the upper photo. Bring that in before I stick it down. And then I'm going to place that journal box in between. And that one is going to be just attached with tape runner, so it'll be a little bit lower than the photos. So all the photos are popped with foam tape. Okay, so now I'm going to add that border strip on the right side. And then I'm just placing this dog bone border, and off camera, I'll go ahead and glue everything down. Okay, so I decided once I got the dog bone border down, I didn't like that it was open. So I went ahead and cut more in black cardstock, and instead of using the outline, I'm using the inside cut so that I can inlay all of them into the design so that the inside is black instead of having it open. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to do some stamping. First, I'm going to stamp this rose stamp on my journal box. Okay, so I'm stamping it in ballerina, and it's a really light color, so I can journal on top of it. So I'm just making this piece of white daisy a little more interesting by stamping. I thought I was going to go second gen with a couple of the stamps, but ballerina is such a light color. I went ahead and stamped it all over that journal box. And then off camera, I'll do my journaling on top of that over that design. And then I'm stamping some of the open line drawing rose stamps in flamingo. And the leaves, I'm stamping second gen in clover ink. And then off camera, I'm going to cut everything out with the coordinating dies. So I'm using roses instead of daisies because Roisin means little rose in Gaelic. So I wanted to use rose embellishment as opposed to the daisy stickers. Okay, so I have my journal box glued down. Now I have this little paw print heart that I've cut on Cricut, and it's also from the Artistry collection. And I'm just going to kind of lay out my embellishments. I don't want to use a ton of embellishments because, of course, I want the focus of my layout to be on all these cute puppy pictures. So I'm just laying things out. And I decided to bring in the sticker sheet and pull this leaf sticker. And I'm going to use that. So we'll place that down. And then we'll start gluing the other embellishments down. Pretty simple. I wanted a little something, but not a ton of embellishments. So just placing things down to see what it looks like, and then I'll take that other leaf sticker from the sticker sheet and place it on the right side. And then I'll place my roses on top. And fortunately, this tape runner is pretty forgiving, so I can pick things up and put things back down. And kind of move things around. But it will stay put once it's in the page protector. Okay, so I'm going to pull a couple more stickers to add to my journal spot there. So one is a little heart, and I was going to use some more stickers in that background, but they were just disappearing on that flamingo overlay. And then I'll pull this round sticker that says, "Oh, happy day." Okay, so now I'm going to bring in some of these black paperboard hearts, and I'm going to scatter a whole bunch of those around instead of using stickers because you can see them. So just kind of deciding the placement. And then off camera, I'll attach them with glue dots. And for the last step, of course, I have to add some shimmer. So I'm going to color each of these roses with a clear shimmer brush and just add some shimmer and sparkle. And that's my finished layout. So I'll have a photo of the pattern right here for you. I'll make a list of all the supplies that I use with links in the description below. Again, this Daisy collection is available until the end of March. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And if you'd like to leave a comment, if you like layout videos, I'll consider doing more. Do one layout video a week and one card video a week. So I'd like to get some feedback on that. So I appreciate you watching.